What's going on, everyone? Thanks for checking out the video. We are back here with the Z06. We're just about ready to pull the heads. I did some of the work off camera this morning just because it's some tedious, kind of boring stuff to watch. So we got everything down to where we can loosen up the head bolts, pull these heads off. So you see here, all the rockers, push rods, all that's been removed. So I'm gonna go ahead and start loosening all these head bolts in order. Had to remove the alternator and power steering bracket today. That was a huge pain in the butt. Had to loosen up the ABS module, push that out of the way, and then actually disconnect the power steering pump from the bracket to actually remove it out of the car. Just getting in here and seeing what was done and how the last person that worked on this left it. There's definitely a lot of things that I have to go over. I mean, just stupid things like that for the power steering hose. You got a worm clamp there, and then the factory clamps are just sitting there in the middle. The rocker arms are only supposed to be, I want to say 22, 25 foot-pounds. I had to use a breaker bar to get some of these off, so they were super tight. Definitely have a few things to go over with this car before everything goes back together. It was put together pretty poorly. There was one bolt holding some things on when there should be multiple, so definitely not good, and definitely have to assemble this thing the correct way when I put it back together. So like I said, the heads are ready to come off, so let's get to loosening them up and pulling these things off. We'll get to see the pistons and obviously the underside of the heads and see what we're working with, get these things sent off so we can get this thing back together. Alright guys, so driver's side head is off. I'm sorry, my camera actually died while I was removing it, so didn't actually get to see me take it off, but she's off, and the pistons actually look really nice. Not much carbon buildup. Cylinder walls look great. I actually took one of the lifter trays out to check out the lifters. Was told that these were Johnson lifters, and they are not. They just look like OEM LS7 lifters. Johnson has them labeled, and I think these two sections are kind of a darker color. So yet again, something that I was told was in this engine is not. All right, so I have the head on the bench here. Everything looks good as well. There really does not look to be much wear at all on this head. And of course on this engine over here, if you saw the last video I did with the compression test, it tested out really well, really healthy. And I really don't think this engine has a whole lot of miles on it. So I'm very happy to see that. Happy to see that there's not much wear on here. I'm a little disappointed that they aren't the Johnson lifters that I was told was in this engine, but kind of goes with the theme of the car here. You know, told that I'm getting things that I really didn't. But in any event, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this passenger side. Hopefully my camera will stay alive while I'm pulling that off. I do have to move around the headers a little, or the header on that side a little bit. It's too close for me to get the bolts out. But yeah, we'll continue going along, get that passenger side ripped off, and these heads can get sent out, fixed, and we can start putting this thing back together. Alright guys, so as you saw, passenger head is off. Again, everything looks really, really good. Pistons look great, cylinder walls look awesome. And again, on the head side of things, looks great as well. So I'm happy to see that even though these heads weren't fixed, they look in pretty good shape. So we're just gonna make them better, port polish, new valve guides, all that stuff, and hopefully make some more power. So we just have a little bit of carbon buildup, not much, nothing at all really. And then if you look at the exhaust side, there was definitely a little bit more than some leaks here. So we'll get that taken care of when we put it back together. So I'm really happy this project is underway and got a big chunk of it done. Obviously now I have to send these out. I'm gonna be sending them to IronMask Airflow Innovations. He's over in Louisiana, I believe. Does a lot of work for the LS7 community, the LS community in general. So check him out, I'll link him down below. Give his page a follow, and if you guys have an LS or need anything done, check him out, be sure to give him a shout. So while the heads are out, that'll take about 4 to 6 weeks. Just gonna go through and tidy things up a little bit, clean up what I can. Again, certain things like that, I'm going to put back the way it should be, and finish ordering all the parts I need to put this thing back together. So thanks for checking out this video. That'll be it for a little bit with this car. Like I said, it takes 4 to 6 weeks or so to get those heads done and back. But I hope you guys are excited for the adventures we're gonna have with this car. Once it's back together, we're gonna be getting to the track, obviously driving it around a whole bunch, going to car shows and stuff like that. I've been waiting for this car for a very long time, kind of accomplished a huge goal of mine. So we're just gonna be driving this car as much as we can, getting it to the track and just having a whole lot of fun. So thank you guys for all your support. I'll be sure to update you on my other vehicles. Definitely have some videos in the works for those. So if you enjoyed the video, you're new to the channel, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and subscribe if you're not already. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I'll see you next time.